My family has a history of depression. I remember my sister and I experiencing most of it growing up. I remember even as young as 10 or 11 withdrawing, and my mother encouraging me to go out and play with the other kids in the neighborhood. Um, I saw similar episodes of that as a young adult. Um, you know, um, there were days where depression hits me really hard that I'm not able to get out of bed. It's only because I had a dog that I had to walk that really forced me to get out and get out of bed, function. I think the turning point for me was when my sister passed away. I remember hearing of the news, and I remember being so engulfed by the grief, by the depression, that I was not able to get out of bed for a couple of days. Um, it was days later when I was at a party. I found myself disconnected and out of sync and out of sorts. It was at that particular point when I decided to seek help. Um, I met with a clinical psychologist um, who was helpful in my health and recovery process. It was through her that I was able to talk about depression. Growing up with a family and a background and a culture that doesn't want to talk about mental health issues, and having the only person, which is my sister, whom I could talk to, pass away, it was it was a very, very difficult time for me. And having the clinical psychologist really helped. Through her support, I was able to find the right medical combination and a healthier coping approaches towards dealing with my depression, whether it's taking medications regularly or running. All of those elements helped me cope and handle depression effectively. I've been a counselor for like the last 10 years of my life, and my experience has allowed for me to gain a better insight how to support them, figure out the best way for them to cope with their barriers and live healthier and much more productive lives.